everyone, it is me, Train, and today I am making Ida and King for Hunters AU as being Darius and Eberwolf. First off is obviously Darius, if you couldn't guess that literally immediately based on the fact that it's Hunter, although you might be misled by the fact that I prefer Gamila as his mother generally. It fits much more for this AU for it to be Darius. First off, Gamila is Luce's mother, and Luce is going to be the Willow of this AU, as seen in my other video. Both him and Ida are rebels who think they are better than others because they're smart rebel people who know better than the system, and they both started out being weirdly mean to children. Some people might seem to forget this with Ida, but there was this one time when she picked up a random teenager and was like, "Smells more like nerd than money today. What are you doing taking the lunch money of children?" I didn't really like Ida that much in season 1 of my first viewing, which doesn't seem very allowed, but I liked it when she developed into a more caring character who definitely cares about her kids and respects them. That's also why I don't really like Darius that much, because we don't really get to see enough of him for me to not just think of the time when he was a meanie, and I see him more than anything as someone who's kinda mean, but they have standards, not doing mass murder, because being a little bit mean doesn't mean that you're evil. His character will take a very similar premise of they may be not very nice, but they're not that bad. He ends up taking Hunter in out of pity because he sees this poor child who is very obviously not being treated well absolutely freak out because he thinks he's in hell. Hunter into school, and slowly over the course of the season be a bit more empathetic to those who may not be as wise in him in figuring things out, people who are more easily manipulated, and he'd also become more attached to Hunter in having another little person in his home other than Eberwolf. And if anyone was wondering about how I haven't done Hootie in any of the Residents of the Owl House videos for a redesign, that's because I don't need to redesign Hootie. Hootie is a universal constant. He never changes. It doesn't matter what universe it is, it's still Hootie. Is it one Hootie? Is it multiple of identical Hooties? Who knows, but Hootie is the same across every single universe. I tried to make his outfit look a bit more like Ida's by giving him a sleeveless shirt and also having color in his boots, but they do actually still have very similar boots in the show. I also tried to give him a ripped sash thing, but it's stylistically ripped on purpose for fashion's sake. He didn't like... It's very purposeful to make him seem like cool or something. I don't know. I don't know enough about this stuff. I'm trying. Also, the little things on his shirt, I made them be kind of like, they're kind of supposed to be like Ida's gem thing. They're going to turn grey with like the owl beast thing, storyline curse stuff, if that makes any sense. But they're the little green orby things instead of the one orange-ish orby thing. I kept his abomination-ish purpley hair instead of giving him some kind of grey hair, because I was trying to make it so that, like, if he has an abomination curse, then it manifests in him having the abomination-y-ish hair stuff. So, yeah. I also tried to make it look a bit more longer and freer, because, like, a mix of wild magic means wild hair, and just generally making it more like Ida's, which is also for the, probably because of the wild magic, wild hair thing. Also, it being abomination glue would actually make sense for him storing random objects in it. Also, if I think I've made up my mind for who the mentor of Gus would be. It's Steve. So, tell me if you want me to draw Steve with extremely long hair when I make an Ida Steve. I realize now that I probably should have given Darius, like, maybe a bit more jewelry, because I just noticed how much Ida had on. I do admit that his hair thingies near his ears kind of distracted me from the fact that earrings exist, but maybe I'll add more in his season 2B to 3 redesign. So there we have Darius. There he is. There he goes. Next up is the tiny trouble causer of Eberwolf. I actually made Eberwolf a kind of Titan but orange, so that it might fit just a bit more than his original thing, although that would actually still probably make sense for it. I just decided to change it because I could. My reasons for making him king are that he's small, fluffy, and very chaotic, to the point where him trying to make armies of things to overthrow stuff doesn't actually seem like that much of a stretch. Very chaotic, would try and eat toys. they still won't be a speaking character. He'll mostly speak through his facial expressions and the actions that he chooses to take. He has the same arc of trying to find out who he is and people that are like him, and learning that maybe he doesn't want to be the king of demons after all, which is actually kind of funny because, like, head of the beastkeeping coven. For his design, I decided to give him a big fluffy mane so he didn't look bald. I gave him a mouth because I wanted to. His eyes look weirdly like King's eyes, and all of those sorts of characters look weirdly similar for like some odd reason in eye color so far, like the Collector, King, and Eberwolf. It's weird. I'm getting the slightest bit unnerved now. He isn't wearing much clothes because he doesn't really need them, because he's a fluffy ball of fluff who is covered in fur. Clothes are merely unnecessary accessories for him. I gave him a little ribbon thing because of when Darius thought that he was some weird cat-dog creature, like how Ida thought that King was a weird cat-dog creature, and gave King a collar. Eberwolf has a ribbon thing because it makes sense for Darius to give him, and because it shows a bit of trust towards Darius, because like he wears this thing that doesn't seem like something he'd usually wear, because it makes Darius happy, which is nice. As you can see, I also gave him a tail and claws to make him both more king, like Titan-like, and also to make him less person-like. So there are my designs for Darius and Eberwolf as Ida and King. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, tell your friends, do the comment thing, please.